Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnet Queen Tarot. How are my wonderful Aquarius family doing? How you guys doing? Oh, today is a gorgeous day. Ah, don't you feel it? Don't you feel it? Have you inhaled the day for the day? I mean, just another day to open your eyes and realize all the gifts you possess. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. This is a day for gratitude. Give thanks for all that you have and how far you've come in life. Did you give yourself a pat on the back for the day? Have you given yourself a pat on the back for the day? Are you still working on what you're achieving today? It's a new day. Even if it's a day for relaxation, say, I'm going to relax today. Whatever it is, because I'm thankful for the time that I have. Let me go ahead and pat myself on the back because I know that I've achieved so much this whole week. Name in your mind to yourself. Name something great this week that you have achieved and think about it. What have you done this week that you are so thankful for that you were able to do it? And then give yourself the pat on the back. Now, we got to leave all that negative energy outside the door. We don't want it with us. We don't carry BS, okay? So, visitors, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Again, this is Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. And we're in here with our Aquarius family. This is our sacred space. So we have to inhale, exhale twice, and then shake it off. Because we want to leave all negative energy at the door. We don't bring it with us. We don't want to travel with it in here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And then shake it off. We don't hold on to that stuff. Now enter. So now, don't you feel better? Be honest. It's okay. I don't mind that pat on the back for leading you to making sure that you breathe. Spirit, speak to us on behalf of our wonderful and wonderful Aquarius family. Let them know what's important. Help them to see the signs. Help them to rise up. Help them to stay focused. Help them to listen, to hear, and not to speak of their intuition. Let those feelings that they're feeling multiply into greatness. So let's see, Aquarius, let's do our, love on my mind. Love on my mind. What's been going on in relationships? Oh my goodness. I know some Aquarius are deeply in love right now. They're experiencing love relationships. It's so funny that the person you want to be with most is somebody you go back and forth with all the time. Speak to us. Let us know. You're my favorite. You're the person I want to call when something good or bad happens. The first thought when I have news to share. You're my person. You're my person. Isn't that really nice when you think about it? When you have something that's good or bad that happens in your life, who is your go-to person to share that with? To either be happy with you or sad with you, to help lift you? A friend to you, somebody you could count on, talk to, hang out with. Who is that person that you can? Well, they tell you, somebody that kind of brings the best out of you. Now, one, you have your best friend, whoever that person may be. that you feel comfortable sharing things with, and you've never heard anything back from anything you've told them. That's rare. So when you have somebody like that, that's a big deal. And then somebody you look at the same way that you would call about romance, about intimacy, about love, about their heart, that you know that you're connected with that person and you all just flow. It just flows. When you find that kind of person in your life and feels the same way about you, that's poof, that's magic. That is magic. Don't ever take somebody like that in your life for granted, because when you lose them, it might not be that easy to get them back. Plus, the ones that you might put as substitutes, you might love them and go through emotions with them, but it's something missing. You just can't connect it. It's something missing. And the one thing you know is that the person you were with is real before. As long as you all are not verbally and physically abusive to each other, that type of person, when they're telling you, think about it. Something happens good for you, and you want to tell somebody, other than maybe your mom, your pop, your siblings, or anything like that. Who would you really want to share that with? That's when you know how important a person is in your life, because you know they care about things when it happens to you. Everybody's not deep like that. There's some people that are pure phonies or don't care enough to ask or want to know. If you're with somebody like that, are you happy? No, because you can't share your ultimate with them. Even if they're happy for you, you still reflect on the person that's really who you want to tell. That's when you know. Gaslighting you. I have been lying to and gaslighting you. You weren't crazy. You were right. I just wasn't strong enough to admit it. That's what you're saying. You found reasons to get into debates and arguments with this person. You didn't like how you started to feel because you are a powerful person. And this person is someone that gets you. This is someone makes you feel good about yourself. You feel like melting like butter in their arms. But that takes away a lot of power that you possess, because you like to be in control when needed. You like people to go along with you. But you realize that that person is someone important in your life. You love them. You love them. You just don't like how they make you feel, how they control you, how they pull out those urges in you. And that means you would be surrendering a lot of yourself. And you're a loner. You like to take time out, hermit mode, to be by yourself. But something about this person, it riles up your feelings. Ooh, ooh. It riles up your feelings, Aquarius. You feel powerless around them, and you don't like that at all. You'd rather be by yourself than have someone control your heart in that manner. You know, it's wow. It's deep. It's a intertwining spirit, a feeling showing out. I mean, yeah, showing out. I'm acting like I don't care about what's happened between us, but I do. I just want to appear unbothered. Hmm. You see, Aquarius, you have to be honest with yourself. I mean, you have to be honest with yourself. You're acting like this person doesn't matter in your life, and you know they do more than they will ever know. Unless you man up or woman up and let them know how you truly, truly feel. You might say things like, I love you, you know, I care, you mean the world to me. And it's just not hitting hard because even if they know it, you're not saying it. You're saying they should know that that's the way you feel. They're telling you, obviously, they don't feel that that's the way you feel. So the way you say it is not how it is to them. When, other than the sexual part of it, do you let them know how you really feel and open up your heart and embrace them and be vulnerable and embrace this love? That's when you got to really get in tune with your feelings because, ooh, some people can't share their heart with others. And they figure because of their actions, you should know, I'm taking care of you. I paid the light bill. I bought your car. All these things, those gifts are beautiful, materialistic. Some people live for that. But you also want to know that the feelings are real and that you could feel comfortable in that person. That person could feel comfortable in you, and you all can embrace and love on one another and eventually gain a strong bond, a trust with one another. And it's scary to put your heart out there and be vulnerable to somebody. But if you could experience love versus, yeah, you might have had a bad break with someone before in your past, but knowing that you have this connection to somebody and you smile when you think of them, your heart does a pitter patter. You, even when you don't want to think about them, you do. And the passionate feeling that you get, and you say, oh, I'm not dealing with this person anymore. I know a couple that broke up, and one would move to one state, the other one would move to a state closer till they ended up in the same state. And the one of them had to leave the state again because they couldn't deal with the feelings that overwhelmed them from wanting to be with that person but acting like they didn't, trying to stay away because the way they heart felt. Sometimes even sickening because the thought of that person with somebody else, and they just couldn't take it, and they said for their own sanity and health they kept moving back and forth until now, where they're speaking, they're still separated, different areas altogether, and now years later they want to get back together. Isn't that crazy? That's your twin flame, when there's somebody that you just connect with and you can't stop the electricity, and you always feel like you could be with them, even though you're separated by states and don't get along. They didn't get along because they loved each other and they were hurting by the actions of one another. But you know what? What's meant to be is meant to be. And eventually it's happening for them. See? See how the source works? Okay. Look at that. Have my kids. I want to have a family with you. I know you're an amazing parent, and I dream of the day I can experience raising a family together. This is the real deal. This is the real deal. This person sees you beyond, and that's what scares you because they expect more from you. They kind of put you out there where you have to stretch your wings and fly, and you like to get in your comfort zone, and you don't really like to do the change up too much, so you're scared. That's all that is. You're scared. You're human. And you don't want it to end again. You don't want to dive in, invest in it, and then what happens before happens again. I feel such a calming spirit for you right now, Aquarius. You want so much out of this relationship. You feel excited again. You feel happy again. This is your person. This is your person. And it's up to you to kind of mesh things and work it together and keep testing them along the way as you've been doing until you feel comfortable. See, there's so many things that happened previously, so now you want to be sure. There's no guarantee with anything in this world, but allow someone some leeway in the sense that they may not be the perfect person, but they're perfect for you. And you just have to let them know the things you like and don't like. So therefore, they have an idea of how you are, who you are, and what you bring to the table, and what to look out for, and triggers. Get to know one another. Take the time out. Take the time out. Get to know one another. One more. Let the past go. You see? Can we rewind time and go back to before we were both broken down by life? Our past, hold us. Our past hold us back from our future. And that's the truth. That's the truth. In life, you go through so many things, and some things leave long term indented scars that you can't shake off. Sometimes people hurt you so bad that even if you give that forgiveness for yourself, because that's what it's for, you somehow can't get past what they did to you. It takes a minute. Some people may jump into another relationship and pretend that all is perfect. I'm over it. I'm over it. They may be over it, but it doesn't mean they weren't hurt by it. And people have to give themselves enough time. Aquarius, you have to give yourself enough time to heal and think things through. And a lot of times that comes with new people in your life, and for you to realize maybe long term down the line, because you was never really truly 100% committed to that relationship. You did all the things you were supposed to do, but your heart wasn't inclusive in the plan because it was already taken by someone else. So when you do that and you get back with that person from the past, in order for the both of you to be able to move forward, you have to be able to know that I am going to let go of the past. They want you to rewind and not look. Both of you have apologized to each other and not look back at what happened before. That takes a lot of work, as it should, because if you're hurt by something, you don't want it to repeat itself. So you take your time to get more aligned with this new person, and in the sense that it's not the old person that you were with. So when you try to rekindle a relationship, people say, I'm changed, I'm different. And then you get to test the waters to see if they've really changed, to make sure it's somebody that really did change their behaviors, their attitude, their triggers. And when they get past that test, you can give them a fresh start if you choose. How they respond to certain things, because there's some questions you may have had you want answered. You get the answer and you keep moving, because sometimes you just want to know. When you know, you do what? When you know, you grow. You can't fix something if you don't know what it is. So first you got to forgive yourself for holding on to all of this. You have to forgive them for you to continue to grow. And it's up to you if you want to forgive them and move on or back with them. That's up to you. But that airwave has to be cleared, because there was pain relishing in it. And in order for you to be dismissive of that pain, you have to heal. You have to heal. And questions that you need answers to before you even dive back into that relationship, make sure they're answered. Certain answers may make you walk away permanently, and some may make you feel a little giddy and happy because you thought it was something that it wasn't. Relationships take work. Now, if you just thirsty or desperate and you want to jump into anything just to say you got somebody, That's up to you, but I don't see you wanting to do that. Aquarius, I see you wanting to stabilize this relationship. And you're testing the waters to make sure that this is a safe place to get back in tune with. Or if it's the same thing, just camouflage. And the only way you're going to recognize that for what it is experiencing it. And again, I say, as long as this person wasn't verbally or physically abusive, you need to walk forward. And you have the opportunity to feel things out and see if that connection is still alive and well. But I know the electricity is flowing. I know both of you want to be with each other, but everybody got their own pride. And then when you get hurt, you don't want to just fall back in line and say to yourself after, you know what? I knew this would happen. Why did I play myself? Because I can't blame that person because they showed their true colors initially. But I could blame myself because I've been there, done that. But if you have your checklist, and I'm sorry, you got to have a checklist and know things that really irked you, that that person refused to change. One of my friends got back with her ex, and I said, what was the reason that you not you girls, you guys could not make things work? And she told me all the reasons why. And I said, off the list, how many have you seen that the person has changed? And she said, one thing. And I said, can you be satisfied with that? Can you live with that? And she was like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But it's better to be with somebody than be by myself. And he helped with the bills. So when I say to you, you have to prioritize what's important to you and live that truth. Then you could develop into something more because they're back together and they fighting more than ever before. He don't do this right. She don't do that right. And they back and forth. And each of them is saying, I shouldn't have got back with you. I shouldn't have got back with you. But they still there together. Some relationships are what it is. That's it. But you have to ask yourself how you want to live. How you want to live. You got love on your mind. How do you see yourself the next 5, 10 years with this person? Remember, you got love on your mind. Can you work it out to make things better in this relationship? Ask yourself the needful questions prior to moving into a relationship so that you have a little bit better clarity and understanding as far as how to proceed. You make the ultimate decision, period. But you have to think things through. Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You matter. Your life matters. Your heart matters. Your voice matters. Listen. Your intuition will share what you need to hear when you tune in and you listen. And you will elevate accordingly. Take care. Talk soon. Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Take care. Talk soon, you guys.